PCR tolong dijelaskan jadi bisa memastikan ya atau tidak gitu ya. Kemudian kuantitatif ya dilihat dengan apa namanya jumlahnya ya, jumlah agen penyakitnya ya, tergantung standar yang digunakan ya. Bapak Ibu saya kira ya yang di IDvet pasti sudah lebih paham ya. Kemudian validasi dari vaginal mucus atau placenta juga untuk IDvet tadi. Okay.
And then indirect diagnosis, these are methods of analysis utilizing serology. So it's indirect because you're studying the flock or the mother, not the actual fetus. It has to be used in conjunction with the direct diagnostic methods, and it's a very important part of looking at a herd problem.
Ya, jadi menggunakan indirect tidak langsung, jadi menggunakan serologi ya, karena memang harus diterjemahkan lagi kira-kira. Kemudian juga tadi sangat berkaitan dengan diagnostik yang direct tadi. Jadi untuk sebagai data tambahan atau pembuktian lebih lanjut dari kasus yang sedang diteliti ya.
So again, this is what I spend probably 80% of my days doing is taking blood samples.
Oh, ini aktivitasnya beliau yang biasa mengambil sampel darah di orang lapangan.
Of course, there's a lot of difficulties in interpretation of serology. Number one is a lack of correspondence between the IgG and the occurrence of infection. For example, in toxoplasma, the IgG goes very high before the abortion happens.
Ini kesulitan untuk menginterpretasikan serologis ini. Kekurangan keterikatan antara humoral respon immunoglobulin G dengan kejadian infeksi misalnya, karena kadang-kadang dia meningkat IgG ini sebelum abortus ya misalnya, tapi setelah abortus gitu ya.
Number two, it's impossible to evaluate how old the infection is. Just because something is positive for pestivirus, it might have been positive for 5 years before the abortion.
Ya, jadi susah untuk mengevaluasi berapa lama dia sudah terinfeksi ya. Jadi bisa lama tadi atau memang sudah atau baru-baru saja ini. Okay.
Number three, and then there's the complication. Antibodies could be produced at the time of abortion or still. I said antibodies could be produced at the time of the abortion.
Oh, jadi antibodinya dapat dihasilkan pada saat dia abortus atau stillbirth saja gitu.
And then in some diseases such as Q fever, there's asymptomatic carriers. So you may test with serology, you find Q fever, but it really has nothing to do with the abortion event.
Ya, jadi yang karir yang tidak asimptomatik ini ya ketemu secara diagnostik begitu, tapi tidak mempunyai efek barangkali ya. Jadi agent can be angiotic but bukan penyebab daripada abortus sebetulnya. Jadi bisa ketemu misalnya dari fever, tapi ternyata bukan itu yang menyebabkan abortusnya.
And then finally, it's impossible in most cases to differentiate the response to a vaccine versus a response to infection, except in the cases of marker vaccines.
Ya, jadi tidak mungkin membedakan ini respon vaksin atau respon terhadap infeksi. Jadi ini pernah kasus juga nih, kami dulu dikirimkan sapi dari Australia ya. Ini teman saya kasihan juga, ini sapi ini padahal baru dipalpasi kemarin gitu ya, kemudian abortus ini. Akhirnya kita cari, memang bisa juga penyebabnya adalah karena vaksinasi dengan apa gitu ya, kita cari di literatur, ini bisa menyebabkan abortus juga gitu. Jadi rasanya sih kami kalau periksa kan, ini pengalaman nih, kita periksa nggak akan lah sampai abortus ini, kitanya udah lewat, taunya besoknya sampai senior saya kasihan juga. Coba kita lihat cari ternyata memang bisa jadi karena memang akibat vaksinasi juga gitu ya. Itu contoh di lapangan kejadian seperti itu. Oke.
So my conclusions about serology is use caution when interpreting it. It should always be in the context of a group or a herd, not one individual animal having an abortion. You need to look at the whole situation. And then number two, you need to have evidence that there's a recent or active infectious agent circulating to make a diagnosis. Just proving with serology that there's Q fever on a farm doesn't say anything about the abortion event.
Ya, jadi analisa serologis ini dievaluasi konteks grup saja ya, not individual. Jadi ya mungkin jadi ini meningkat berarti di kelompoknya terjadi sesuatu gitu ya. Kemudian bukti yang infectious agent yang aktifnya ini perlu perlu diagnosis yang lebih lanjut ya saya kira. Jadi mau memastikan kalau kelompok kan ini apakah kelompok ini terinfeksi begitu kan ya mungkin positif, tapi untuk memastikannya yang mana yang ini perlu lebih detail lagi pemeriksaannya. Okay.
And this is a slide for reference. I won't read the whole thing, but this is the recommended protocols from the veterinary school of Toulouse in France. This is their choice of which animals to sample and which techniques they recommend for small ruminant abortion.
Oke, ini saya kira nanti kita copy saja, nanti baik ya, maksudnya sampel apa saja yang harus diambil, kemudian untuk penyakit-penyakit apa segala macam, saya kira ini bisa dipelajari. Okay.
And I'm just getting to the end now. Some very general principles of prevention of abortion, advice to give the farmers. Number one, if possible, maintain a closed herd. Don't buy animals from the market. Don't buy animals from your brother. Just keep your own. If you have to buy young animals from other healthy herds. Don't buy an old goat.
Oke, jadi ini prinsip umum untuk pencegahan ya bilang jika mungkin maka area peternakan kita ini tertutup ya, jadi jangan agak susah juga ini sarannya bagus tapi kita mungkin very difficult to do this because the small farmer only have a small area. And then kalau membeli hewan, jadi hewan yang muda berasal dari kelompok yang sehat. Kita kan beli hewan kadang-kadang ya dari mana aja. Mungkin yang perlu diperhatikan. Okay.
And even if you have a small farm, if you're buying animals, if you buy animals, you should keep them isolated for 2 to 3 weeks. Don't buy them and put them in the shed with your animals the first day.
Ya, jadi sebaiknya kalau beli datang dipisahkan ya, mungkin dia prinsipnya karantina lah saya kira ya sudah harus dilakukan ini separate dan terpisah ya, jangan sampai langsung disatukan dengan hewan yang lama. Okay.
This is a very nice sheep house in Malaysia.
Malaysia. Ini karena domba di Malaysia. Karena Malaysia kayu banyak, saya pernah ke Kucing itu tanahnya dari kayu-kayu yang bagus. Okay.
This is a shipment of Boer goats going to that place in Malaysia.
Boer
goat.
Yeah.
These ones are going to Malaysia from Australia.
From Australia.
Of course, the best prevention is a strong, healthy herd. Farmers always want to just buy a vaccine or a medicine, but it's not a substitute for biosecurity and good hygiene.
Ya, jadi saya kira pencegahan ya sehat kuat ya, jadi dalam satu kelompok, kemudian ya vaksin dan media obat ini dapat berguna, tetapi no substitute, tidak ada kontribusi terhadap biosecurity dan food husbandry practice sebetulnya. Jadi kalau kita kan obat-obat diobatin sebaiknya pencegahan yang lebih baik. Ya sama sekira prinsipnya yang harus dilakukan. Oke.
It's important to have a comprehensive vaccination program appropriate for your specific region. Get rid of cats and dogs from ruminant farms. And on a large commercial scale, consider tetracycline in small ruminants to prevent abortion.
Oke, jadi apa namanya, vaksinasi yang komprehensif tergantung wilayahnya, kemudian juga apa namanya, batasi atau eradikasi kucing dan anjing ya, untuk ya kita anjingnya nggak boleh berkeliaran kemana-mana, kemudian apa namanya, pin grade tetracycline, jadi jangan apa namanya, consider pin grade tetracycline in small ruminant population. So you give antibiotic. Yes. Nah ini best practice yang lainnya yang menambahkan apa namanya, tetracycline pada feed begitu untuk ya untuk pencegahan barangkali. Cocok tidaknya nanti kita ini kan. Okay.
It's not appropriate in every circumstance, but in certain farms, large scale farms, it's a good risk management tool.
Jadi tidak semua cocok, tapi untuk large scale apa namanya farm ini saya kira cocok. Okay.
And I just have this picture because I actually I really like the design with the floor. The hygiene is good. The things fall down and not too crowded.
Ya, lantainya didesainnya supaya tetap bersih. Gitu. Saya kira juga kita sudah menerapkan di kandang domba kami itu prosesnya supaya langsung turun ke bawah, begitu kan ya. Tapi harus rajin membersihkan juga karena lama-lama numpul juga. Ya. Pengalaman lah Bapak Ibu sudah tahu. Kemudian apa namanya tadi ya bersih begitu ya.
This is an example of a bad farm. This is the feed. They're not storing the feed well. It's on the ground, and the cat is playing in the food.
Jadi ini makanan kecil dilanting kemudian dimainkan sama apa kucing kalau masuk.
So again, store your feed properly. Control rodents. Burn or bury dead bodies, fetuses, placentas, and limit livestock access to standing water or ponds.
Oke, jadi apa namanya untuk pencegahan lebih lanjut ya, misalnya menyimpan makanan yang cocok gitu, yang bagus tempatnya, kemudian juga harus dikontrol dari tikus ya, rodent dan lain sebagainya. Kemudian apa namanya tadi apa karkas fetus placenta ini sebaiknya apa dikuburkan atau dibakar ya. Kemudian limit livestock access to standing water, standing pond ya. Nah, kalau mereka
so that water could be contaminated, but at least they have this fence so they can't go to the toilet.
Menghindari itu kalau mereka dibatasin pagar biasanya dari ada listriknya juga, takut juga kan, dan karena bisa terkontaminasi.
So this situation is not perfect, but it's not terrible.
Ya, oke, tidak perfect tapi ya tidak terlalu. Oke.
This is what we really need.
Should be practiced by.
I think this is a big problem on farms. People let the dogs do anything.
Okay.
So thank you very, very much for inviting me. Thank you for your attention. Hopefully it wasn't too boring. This is a picture. Maybe you recognize some of your colleagues. Do you know any of these people? They came to Australia 1 year ago to help prepare a shipment of breeder cattle.
East.
Yeah, I can show you on the map. I can't say the word.
It's okay.
Thank you very much.
Berikan applause. Okay, thank you very much.
I think it's almost lunchtime.
Okay, yeah, discussion. Yeah, you can sit here or. Apabila ada pertanyaan, silakan in bahasa Indonesia or in English directly to her, or I can translate if you have question. Ya, silakan. 1, 2. Oke, ada lagi? Sementara 2 dulu ya.
Terima kasih. Oke, bahasa Indonesia sih, Pak.
Ya, boleh.
Apakah kalau Chlamydophila abortus itu
Chlamydia
itu
ya.
Berbahaya juga untuk sapi? Karena saya pernah uji serum, uji 3 jenis penyakit, Brucella, fever, sama Chlamydia untuk sapi. Fever sama Brucellanya negatif dari 500 sampel, yang Chlamydia-nya itu 25% ditemukan dari 500 sampel. Iya, terima kasih.
Pertanyaan.
Thank you. I'm interested in your explanation about IDR vaccine. You said that for the good vaccine it looks like it's no efficacy for the 3 sub. Why you always still use that vaccine rather than live vaccine? That's when for the immunity maybe it's not so good, because I know that IPL vaccine in Indonesia is still big problem as well. And like in IDvet, we now already develop like a vaccine for the IPL and still in process about that. This is the first question, and the second one is about the key fever. Yeah, in Indonesia till now the key fever we only detected about the antibody in serum, but we don't. If I'm not mistaken, we don't have any find the antigen from the animal. How about like in Australia? Is this problem only for sheep or in cattle? Because Indonesia till now still imported any cattle from Australia, and we know exactly that if we not find the antigen here, maybe that's when we still can declare that Indonesia is still free from that disease. Maybe that. And then the other one is about the brucellosis in Australia. I know that Australia is free from brucellosis in bovine brucellosis. I mean, because of the Brucella abortus. But for the Brucella office, because I read several articles that Australia still have a problem also in ships for the Brucella office. Is there any cross contamination between from sheep to cattle? Because like in Korea, maybe we find many dogs becoming infected by Brucella abortus, because the dog is usually they stay in farm just to for the guidance in the. Maybe that's quite my question. Thank you.
You can answer the second question and about the first later.
Okay. The question about Brucella ovis in Australia. As you know, we're bovine Brucella free. I think there's still potentially Brucella ovis, but it would be so rare. And to be honest, I think no one looks because they don't want to find it, so people don't look. But my personal opinion is there's probably still some reservoirs. I don't know of any reported cases though. I think you asked, could there be cross-contamination of Brucella ovis to the cattle? I think theoretically it's very possible, but again, no one's looking, there's no reported cases. The question about Q fever, I think you asked, is it more a problem in sheep or cattle in Australia? It's not a clinical problem whatsoever in cattle. It's more of an issue in sheep. I think it gets attention because it's a zoonotic risk, but from a clinical practice point of view, no farmer calls you to investigate Q fever in Australia. It's not a clinical problem, but it's people are aware because of the human risk. IBR vaccine. The reason we use the killed product that I was complaining about, China requires it for the export cattle. Otherwise, I would prefer to use the live vaccine. And outside of export cattle, when I'm advising individual farmers just for their own use, I recommend the live vaccine.
The vaccine is produced by Australia.
It's Zoetis product. I don't know if they may import it from America. But the problem is in the UK and in America we can use a marker vaccine, but the market is too small in Australasia for the registration process, so we have no marker vaccine, and it really holds us back with trade.
And the first question, she asked about the chlamydia. Chlamydia is very danger also for cattle. She has experience to analyze 500 samples, and she got about 25 positive chlamydia. Is it also dangerous for cattle?
I think it would be. I have no personal experience with that, but I'd be interested to talk to you more about your findings. I would think that it would behave in the same way as it behaves in sheep. What method of diagnosis did you use?
Serological test.
Was the test validated for cattle as well?
Oke, ada lagi pertanyaan? Oke.
Terima kasih Pak. Nama Pujiartono dari karantina hewan Lampung. Perlu kami sampaikan Pak bahwa setiap tahun itu Lampung itu kan ada 11 feedlot kandang ya. Kita impor sapi dari Australia itu jumlahnya itu rata-rata setiap tahun itu sekitar 150 sampai 200 ribu dari sapi. Yang kami tanyakan Pak, di dalam setiap impor ini kan ada health requirement ya, atau kesetaraan hewan ya, bahwa
Apa itu Pak?
Persyaratan kesehatan hewan atau health requirement ya. Itu kan berasal dari harus berasal dari wilayah di mana di Australia itu adalah bebas atau tidak ada kasus penyakit tertentu. Nah di sana juga ada suatu perlakuan ya. Yang terjadi di Indonesia ini, ya di Lampung, itu misalnya seperti ternak sapi bibit misalnya. Dari sana kan sudah diuji misalnya penyakit jaundice dengan hasil negatif. Tetapi kita uji di Lampung itu memang ada beberapa yang kita dengan ELISA hasilnya positif ya, sehingga kita potong bersyarat. Itu yang untuk sapi bibit. Yang pada sapi bakalan itu juga sama. Walaupun dari sana juga darah bebas atau tidak ada kasus brucellosis, ya ternyata juga kita uji di Lampung itu masih ada sebagian yang positif RBT. Nah setelah kita teruskan CMC positif, ya kita potong bersyarat. Dan ini yang kami pertanyakan, bagaimana kasus bagaimana proses pengawasan yang di sana, yaitu pengawasan dari daerah asal sapi itu, dan bagaimana proses berperlakuan di negara Australia. Kemudian yang kedua Pak, yang
satu dulu Pak ya, biar tidak lupa, satu dulu biar tidak lupa.
Oh ya,
panjang nih kan. Oke, he asked about the import, cattle import, export to Indonesia. We need the requirement that the cattle will be export to Indonesia should be free from the disease and also come from the area where free also. But he has experience that he tests here in Indonesia some cattle from breed cattle also still positive John disease. Yes, John disease. And then also for beef cattle, yes, but also some of them positive with RBP from brucellosis. For RBP and RBP and CFTOsis. Cross Bengal test. Bengal test. No, for brucellosis. He asked about how to control the disease for the export cattle from Australia. How do you do the control for the because still positive here, some of the.
First, I have to say about the positive rose Bengal test for brucella. I'm shocked because it should be impossible that any cattle from Australia have brucella. If they truly have brucella, we have a major international trade issue.
Oke, jadi dia shock juga mendengar ini positif. Jadi seharusnya tidak ada karena dia punya udah kontrol dari OIE bahwa dia bebas kan gitu.
If those were breeder cattle, they would have been tested before they left Australia. So I would say if you have that situation